What's going on, everybody? My name's Tenebris Infinite, and welcome back to Generation Zero. Today, my dudes, we're going to talk about something that I haven't seen anybody in the community talk about yet, and that is these strange buildings that popped up around the Normira kind of fighting arena. Seriously, what is this? What's that? What are those?
What are those?
No, but seriously, my dudes, these spots are really weird. Whenever you come to them, there's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there, but you can clearly see the outline of a select group of buildings that are supposed to be in the area. And as well, all of these areas have something in common, in which case they feel rather empty. They feel kind of like they're ripe to be built upon. Now, first off, just some kind of general observations here. So we can tell that each of these little areas of buildings is built up by like four structures, four kind of larger size structures, and then a variety of smaller structures within them. These smaller structures are kind of confusing, and it's hard to say what they actually are, because I can't think of anywhere on the map where we see structures this small. And then, as well, talking about structures that I can't recall being on the map before, is a building like this, with a thin connecting line in between two larger buildings. It's really hard to say what these structures are going to wind up as in the end, but I have a couple theories. Now, the first theory I have is that maybe these buildings are related to the combat arena, because they're all built directly outside of the combat arena itself. Lately, ever since the latest update, we saw the little holding cells that are around the combat arena just mysteriously disappear up into thin air, and so it's kind of hard to say, but clearly something is going to be going on here at the combat arena. Alongside that, the silos have disappeared and become just like mysterious pits into the abyss of Generation Zero. And then also on top of that, we still haven't gotten inside of this main silo right in the middle. So maybe these little structures around the combat arena will potentially be little bases of operations that the military, the Swedish military, had set up in order to do battle inside of this combat arena itself. Or possibly a little bit more out there of a theory, maybe these are NATO camps. We haven't seen NATO take any action, and the community's talked about it quite a bit. So maybe these will be NATO camps set up on kind of like their first area of access onto the mainland of Ostertorn here. The second theory I have is maybe it has something to do with the mysterious locked doors at Normira. Potentially we could go to each of the four camps, pick up a little piece of a barcode at each of the camps, and then be able to access these doors and get inside for some sort of mission. And the kind of final theory that I have is that maybe these are subterranean structures. So we can see subterranean structures on the map all over the place across the map. So places like Anal Ferala, the various Barrett Scapforads, and a couple other places. Now, I feel like this is the weakest theory because there's other subterranean places that we don't manage to see on the map, like Foa 4, or even newer structures like the Singafrean, I probably said that wrong, data center. So it's hard to say whether or not this will wind up being a subterranean building of some sort, but my money bet is that it probably is not, but there's a small potential that it could be. So there you dudes go. My three theories on what the heck is going on with these buildings that don't exist off at Normira. You dudes can be sure that I'm going to be keeping my eyes on this location throughout all the updates until we get this answered. It's really curious for me, and I love things like this. This is part of my love for Generation Zero, is these mysterious, strange things that pop up that you really go, what the heck's going on here? But let me know, my dudes, What are your theories on this? What do you think these buildings are about? Let me know in the comments down below. Whatever these buildings are about, we can be certain that it's going to be something potentially really big.